I mean, honestly, I feel like those things that I mentioned, that I'm good at staying in contact with people. Like it doesn't mean that I write them all the time, but every now and then I'll email people that like I've worked with in the past, and quite a few things have come from that. So I think remember that out of sight is out of mind. But like sending an email or a text is already putting you higher in that person's list of players. So it doesn't take much to like just be nice to people and just like actually try to like have relationship with people. Like when I reached out to these people, it wasn't just because I was trying to get work. It's because I genuinely like them and enjoy working with them. And like I think that's a
Yeah.
big part of this. Like it doesn't matter if you're the best engineer in the world. If you're a dick, no one's gonna want to hang out with you. But you can just be like a normal, like a decent engineer, but you're like the best hang ever, and people are gonna keep calling you for that. So just be nice to people, which is something
Yeah.
that I learned from people that I saw being dicks to their clients. I was just like, I don't get it. Like, who would want to work like this? Um,
Wow.
but yeah, other than that, I honestly, I don't know. I feel like when I started doing this, like I was definitely more like a shy person. Like I wouldn't just go out to like talk to people and all that. That came with the years of like moving to different places and doing that. And and it's funny because that's something that now I'm telling my kid now. As a kid, you can tell that he's definitely a little bit shy. I'd be like, like, which I definitely stole this from some movie or some show. I don't know where I took it from, but it's like telling my kid all these phrases that you get from like superhero movies, and you just own them. But I think I don't remember what it was, but it was just like just 20 seconds of being brave and talking to someone can lead to something very special. I tell him that when he's like trying to play with other kids or something like that, but I also apply it to myself. Like if I see someone, like I go to this amazing show, maybe when I started going out to shows, like I would be shy about like talking to like the band after. And as with time, as you do it, it's like, like what's the worst that can happen? Like maybe you start a friendship, you start a good like working relationship, but if you don't do anything, then definitely nothing's gonna happen. So I don't
Yeah.
know, just putting yourself out there and just working hard is what's worked for me.
Yeah. I mean, I love that. I feel like it's such an inspiration just to like the way you emailed, Esperanza and just be like, hey, like, I'd love to work with you. I'm here. Like, and now you've been working with her for, I think you said 4 records.
Yeah.
Uh, Amazing. Like, literally, because you sent an email, you've been like working with, a true artist for multiple records and going front of house. And like, the proof is in the pudding, right? Like you did that and it worked for you. And I think that's definitely a takeaway for me and for everybody listening. I think to don't be afraid to put yourself out there and like you said, like you had a previous connection. You knew it wouldn't be a weird email. Like it's not like out of the blue, but
Well, and it
like
wasn't an email just saying like, "Hey, if you ever need something right away." Like I was actually asking legit questions about these
right,
people's lives. Like, how are you doing? Like, while we were working together, we had some like real life conversations. And just remembering these things and just kind of like bringing them up, because it's not just about work. Like you want to create that connection. At the end, that's what music is like. You're trying to make a connection between your listener and your artist and your story, and that translates into the process, at least to me as well. You're trying to create these real life connections.